Guy here with a new mod for Farming Simulator 22, and this is the Czajkowski PS Cedar attachment. This is for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 on Fox Farms here to demonstrate this piece of equipment. This is by SiiD Modding and JHHG Modding. 12.99 megabytes to download, 10 slots each. It's a pack of 3 cedar attachments. Now, in order for you to use this piece of equipment, another mod by SiiD Modding and JHHG Modding must be downloaded and used in order to use this piece of equipment, and that is the Czajkowski ST Strip-Till, which came in a separate mod. I don't know why they did that, but that's how it was done. So let's take a look at it in the under Cedars. Now, here are the 3 items that we are going to consider in this video: the PS300, PS450, and PS600. These are attachments that go with the ST300, ST450, and ST600. As mentioned, are a separate mod, but you cannot use these 3 unless you have these corresponding pieces of equipment. As we showed, we come in 3 different sizes: the small, medium, and large. If we go back in there and look at them, we will go into a little bit more detail here first, and then I will demonstrate. The PS300 comes in, what does it say down there? 2.7 or 3 meter width, and that is determined by your row spacing. But first of all, we have wide for cereals or narrow for canola, which is just a decoration, really. Ridge markers, we have ridge markers. There they are. Although they don't. Ridge marker holders. Okay. There we go. There's the ridge markers. Why would you have holders but no ridge markers? That's odd. Tramline markers. There. And row spacing, here is where you have the 8 row 15 inch, 15 or 18. So the 15 is your 3 meter, and your 6 row 18 inch is your 2.7. That is important when you are matching it to the other piece of equipment. We have this one here, which is set. You don't have a spacing option. You have wide or narrow for cereals option. We have the ridge marker holders or ridge markers and the tramline marker. This one will attach to the PS or the ST450 just straight up. You don't have to worry about configurations so much. The PS600, which matches to the ST600, you have also those options: a wide or narrow, ridge marker holders, or yes, tramline, yes or no. And then we have the 16 row, which is the widest, or the 12 row, which is the 5.4 meter configuration, and the 16 row is the 6 meter configuration. Right. How do you use them? That is a great question. We have an example over here. In order to use this piece of equipment, you must have one of these to correspond with the size of this. Now, this one I have here is this, the ST600, because what I have down there is the PS600. I have a PS600 in the 6 meter configuration, and so when I go to buy or use it with this, the ST600, you have to make sure that you have it in the 16 row or 6 meter configuration. You also must have it configured to dry fertilizer plus seeds in whichever capacity you want, but it has to have both fertilizer and seed. If you just have the fertilizer option, it will not hook up to the seeder. Right? Okay, so if this is just fertilizer in here, without the seed option, you can have fertilizer without seeds in it, but you have to have the seed and fertilizer option for this to hook to that. This won't hook to anything except this. I tried it with a tractor. It won't hook up to this. It is a specialized piece of equipment for this. Okay, so now, having said that, let's back up and get our help window on. There we go. And back it up to it. If it is not attaching, make sure that you have your SiiD option active on your piece of equipment. Hooked up. It does not come this way, but it does fold. As you can see here, I am unfolding it. So folding comes up. Nice animation, like so. It hooks into there, locks in for transport. L1 and X unfolds it. Now this is very much dependent, as I've been talking about on the seeder or the cultivator, fertilizer, seeder / cultivator in front of it, and they work in tandem. As you can see here, we lower the seeder portion down. Notice that everything lines up as for size and width of the unit, and that I would feel is important, although I'm not sure if it actually makes a difference whether you have this in a configuration either or, because I've done some testing, a little bit of testing, not extensively. Anyways, carrying on, turn them on, drive forward, and there you are, seeding wheat. A worker will work it, no problem. Just make sure you have plenty of like a separation between fields. Now, as for the ridge markers and the tram line, L1 and up on your D-pad will place down that ridge marker. And as you drive forward, it should, yes, it does sort of make a mark there that you can follow. Yes. And tram lines. Tram line, I hardly ever use, there we go. So the tram line, L1 and R1, and right stick up and down, or left, there we go, left and right, sorry, left and right, lower that, and as we move forward, it should, it does make a very slightly perceptible lines there. What are tram lines for? I have no idea. I've never used them. I don't know. That's a great question. Do they affect, let's jump in and do they affect what actually happens? Some nice animation on the, there's movement. Things are moving around. Front, not so much. The seeder part, you can see the seeder thingies. Oh, my technical speak is so good. Oops, yeah, don't hire a worker. He'll just go randomly off into the next field. Right, so tram lines. As we pop up here, we can see the ridge markers making its mark. The tram lines are making their mark on the field. And if we go in here and look at our, there we have planted, growing, yes. The ridge marker made a plowed, has made has plowed a little spot for us. Very interesting. Growing, so the tram lines is just a visual. I'm not even exactly sure what, yes, as I said, I don't know what they're for, but you have them if you want them. And that's pretty much it. If you want to see the video of how it all works together in more detail, please see my video on the Czajkowski ST Strip-Till which I will link to the end at the end of this video. So there you have it. That is the Czajkowski PS Cedar attachment by SiiD Modding and JHHG Modding. 12.99 megabytes to download, 10 slots each on console. Thank you all for watching. I'm Looney Farm Guy, and remember, it's only a game, so till next time, bye-bye for now.